Fighting John Lineker as your main event this Saturday at UFC Fight Night 96, live from Portland, Oregon, and on Fox Sports 1. On the phone, we have the magician, John Dodson. Good morning, good sir.
Good morning to you.
Well, apparently, the bio that they gave us says that you started your MMA career at Chuck E. Cheese because you worked there when you decided to make the jump into the sport. What were you doing at Chuck E. Cheese? Tell me you were the mouse.
Yep, I was in the mouse doing backflips and entertaining the kids and beating up adults.
Did you ever get to fight in the ball pit?
Well, I didn't get to fight in the ball pit because that was my own little octagon, and everybody that decided to step in there got knocked out.
Do they still have that weird binder for people who have to order beer?
I don't even know. I haven't been there for so long.
I can say yes, they do.
Back to Chuck E. Cheese.
I can say they do. You have to give them your ID, and they write down your ID number, and then you can only have one beer an hour. It's a real thing.
So you were pretty dominant at 125. You're recently making the jump back to 135. But what do you think of this current Ultimate Fighter cast of 125-pound fighters?
A lot of them are brand new. A lot of them are veterans of the sport. And a lot of these guys I've actually seen, met, and trained. So I'm kind of excited in a personal sense because, like, I have had, like, Eric Shelton. He was one of those dudes who just beat Yanni Shevrakov. I actually trained with Yanni, and then Eric was one of those dudes I met out in Iowa. He was just sitting there just like, man, I, like, look up to you. I was like, hope you make it to the UFC one day, and me and you'll get a chance to fight. And I was like, dang it. Why did I move up in weight class? Because all these people that I've been talking to are all are probably going to be in the UFC soon because I'm the Ultimate Fighter. I was like, I should just stay to 125 and and been a man of my word. So I might have to go down and weight again and go see what's up with these dudes.
What do you think? Have you been watching the show?
Of course.
So what do you think about them showing the losses that both the coaches had to watch? How would you feel if you were on the show and had to go through that?
Oh, I would have showed them, Billy. Look where I messed up at. You see where I got hit? This is where I was thinking I should have hit him.
Smart advice.
So now we're returning to the 135-pound weight class. Obviously, you made quick work of Manuel Gambarian. Now you got your fight here with John Lineker. Where do you feel you fit in? I mean, a lot has changed since you left the division. I mean, you left, obviously, TKOing TJ Dillashaw. You became the champ. He's lost. You know, we're seeing rise of new talent like Cody Garbrandt. We got a new kind of old champ with Dominic Cruz. Where do you feel you fit in here?
Well, I think about the rankings are a little miscued because I think I should be number 3 and Lineker should be number 10.
All right.
Fair enough.
Because I'm way faster than him and way better than him. And if a guy who's ranked higher than me at bantamweight, like off of his first win in the bantamweight division, he got number 6. And then all of a sudden I came in being the number 1 contender at flyweight, and I go dust the guy in 47 seconds. And I'm getting ranked number, 8, and then I been getting pushed down since everybody's rising the division. It kind of sucks because they halted me from having any type of fight. Everybody kept on saying no. You had Aljamain Sterling, Brian Caraway, Uriah Faber, Cody Garbrandt, Thomas Almeida, all telling me no because they already know what's going to happen. The only person to say yes to me is the man that I'm fighting on this Saturday.
So if you now obviously you don't want to
find out the reason why everybody else said no.
Right, of course, and not wanting to look past this fight, but you seem very confident. Is there somebody that you would like have your sights set on after this fight?
Everybody in this 135 division, so I can wipe them all out, so I can be the only king.
Now, obviously, you have TJ saying your first fight was kind of a fluke, and that's the reason why you went back down to 125. Is that something you definitely wanted to see again?
Man, I've been trying to fight TJ. He can call me up for UFC 200, and they told me that he was out and definitely predisposed. He couldn't do anything. He wasn't going to be able to fight, and now here he is fighting Rafael Sunsao while I was out there, being announced. Literally 2 days before they announced his fight, they told me that he was not going to be able to fight anytime soon. And then all of a sudden, they let the little punk fight there. I have all the Facebook messages that he sent me, calling me out, telling me that I was the one wanted to fight. I was like, bullshit. I sat there and told everybody I wanted to fight. It's something I was willing to do.
So do you feel like people are dodging you at this point?
I don't know why. I'm 2 feet tall.
Okay, so how do you feel about, you talked about rankings and where you should be at in the rankings. We've kind of seen this year, 2016 is a weird year for mixed martial arts, and the rankings seem to not matter anymore because people are just calling out their own fights and getting what they want, a la McGregor getting the Alvarez fight and dodging Aldo once again. What do you think about that entire situation?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. The person I feel bad for is Frankie. That dude's been on a tear at 145, dusting everybody, and then here comes Conor McGregor just jumping ahead of the pack and just taking out everybody. And now he has the title that Frankie Edgar should be fighting for. I shouldn't say he should have. Frankie is a good champion. He's been a champion at 155, and I'd love to see that man at 145 champion. But I just feel bad for him solely because of the fact that he's done the steps to be a champion, and yet no one is allowing him or giving him the opportunity to actually be it.
Do you think that
an loudmouth king be able to take over the throne and sit there and promote a weight class that Frankie Edgar should be on top of right now?
Do you think that Conor McGregor has really kind of screwed it up for a lot of people now because he was able to get the fight that he wanted, and now a lot of other weight classes are holding off on ranked fights and just going for the money fights?
Well, in all honesty, everything's about money in this day and age.
Yeah.
Everybody wants the bigger paydays. They want to sit there and get that Mayweather fight. I want that Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. I'll deal with $40 million. He can take 60.
Now, you once said you wanted to pursue, 3 weight classes and hold belts in all the divisions, 125, 135, 145. Now, obviously, with Jose Aldo saying that he wants out of his contract, do you think it's now's the time to throw in your hat after John Lineker, or are you going to stick with 135 for a little while?
True. I'm willing to take on any opponent at any weight class, so I don't even care. So if they told me they wanted me to go fight Demetrius Johnson for the third time at 125, I'd be down to do it.
Nice. So you'd be willing to go up?
They want me to go up to 145 and go ahead and fight Frankie Edgar because Conor McGregor ain't going to be able to fight as a champion. I'll definitely take that too. And they want me to go fight Eddie Alvarez at 155. I'll say yes. And then Stipe by magical random out of randomness and out of straight up out of a comic book or even the olden days, they're like, yeah, no weight classes. John, you want to fight Stipe for heavyweight titles? Like, yes, let's do it.
Well, to be fair, I think you're faster than Stipe.
I know, but it takes one shot for him to kill a fly. And I'm definitely going to be that weird mosquito that's going to be stinging him one too many times and trying to drain all the blood out of his system.
You were doing a lot more of your ninja moves than I would assume having to fight Stipe.
It's going to be like Genki Sudo versus Butterbean.
I like it.
And if you guys don't remember and recall who won that, it was Genki Sudo.
Yeah. All right, so looking forward to your fight this weekend, and we've had some weird things, as we said, happening over 2016. A couple things that happened that kept guys from fighting. We had, it wasn't this year, but Hayden Barrow had the bathtub keeping him from fighting, and then we also had CB Dalloway had an elevator keep him from fighting. You got anything that you try to avoid before the fight comes around to keep you safe?
Well, I've been dodging and trying to hunt as many Pokemon so they don't mess me up on my trails to victory.
Wait, what team are you?
Team Valor.
Yes.
Yes.
I like to hear that. What's your strongest Pokemon?
The strongest Pokemon I got is Arcanine because his CP is it's 2000. He's 2006. So I'm like, I can deal with that. But I need to go ahead and keep on carrying my Snorlax as my buddy so I can go ahead and get more Poke Candy for him. He has absolutely nothing. But it takes 5K. I have to walk a 5K just so I can get one. Literally, I'm going to be hatching 7 eggs by the time I can get them up until they evolve into what I need them to be.
Oh, we know your pain, man.
Have you asked the UFC to
take eggs?
Have you asked the UFC to maybe get on some of these cards out of the country so you can go pick up some of the other region specific?
See, I kind of want to. I definitely the only one I really want is Mr. Mime. I can get that kangaroo one. The Kangas from Australia. In the UK, if I really want to, I can hop on a plane and be on 204 and be hey, you guys, I'm here to watch the fight.
You know what? No lie, man. I live in Central California, and I went to go take over my gym the other day, and there was a Mr. Mime and a Kanga standing there. I know whoever's playing that game is cheating because none of these kids are flying to Australia.
Yeah, so I saw that too, literally there was a park by my house. And I walked over, and I was like, how is there a Kangas here? And I'm just frustrated because I know there shouldn't be a Kangas, and there definitely, out of all honesty, shouldn't be a Poliwrath because I live in a desert. If somebody has a Poliwrath that's that high, and it was this Poliwrath wasn't no little cheap one, oh yeah, it's only $1,600. No, this Poliwrath was close to 3,000. I was like, there's no way.
No way. All right, well,
You're
we
at
know.
level 30, and this is a 3,000 polygraph. There's no way. And you're in Albuquerque. There's no body of water anywhere near us for this to happen.
Love it, man. I love it. Well, before we let you go, we got one more question for you. We asked you last time if you were Team Bear or Team Pterodactyl, so we got to switch it up this time. Dodge, go ahead, man.
All right, John. What would you rather take on? Would you rather take on 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
I would want to go for the best story ever. And I would want to tell everybody that a duck was towering over me as the size of a horse. Because having all the little miniature horses, everyone would be like, you just rode on its back and you started, like, taking care of them one by one. Like that's nothing new. You're like a toy soldier.
I love it. I love it.
Yes, I would definitely take up a duck the size of a horse.
Duck the size of a horse. It's going down this Saturday.
Hopefully it breathes fire and shoots lightning bolts out of his butt.
It does.
Something cool.
It absolutely does. It's lightning bolts from its arse. It's happening this Saturday, UFC 96, live from Portland, Oregon. You got John Lineker taking on John Dodson. Thank you so much for being on the show today. We really appreciate it, man.
No problem. Thank you.